I'll talk to you later, bro.
All right, bro.
Wish me luck.
For sure. Hey, yeah, safe travels, guys.
See you, man.
All right, peace. My fault.
Be so real, bro. Dude, was that just a flex? Like, I'm just gonna hop on this pod and I just happen to be on the phone with Zachirific.
I texted him. I was like, yo, like, I'm about to get on this pod. Like, I know, like, we never talk, but like, could you do me a favor and call me real quick?
I would do the same thing, bro. I'll do the same fucking thing. Oh, my bad. Your PJ or mine? Oh, okay. Yeah, no, it's all good. Let me get on this pod real quick, dog. We'll talk.
Mine needs fuel, so you should probably scoot me. Yeah. No. No, he legit just called me. I was talking about, we were talking, we got to go link up soon. So I was like trying to coordinate that, but yeah. Dude,
that's so fucking funny. Do you have any problem with me using any of that in the actual podcast? Feel free to say yes.
I'll ask him, because if he saw it, he was like, yo, like, what the fuck? But it shouldn't be an issue. He's
okay, cool. Because I'll milk that shit, bro. I'm a sellout, bro. Yeah. Next thing you know, I'm the title of the podcast is going to be That's Juice and Zachirific, and I'm going to be.
He has a 10-second cameo on the phone.
Yeah. He's not even talking to me. He doesn't even know
is this there. Mad blurry?
A little bit, but it's cool.
That's kind of, I don't like that though. All right. That's fine.
I mean, my shit's recording on a Canon DSLR, so you'll probably look like shit compared to me, but that's fine. Right. I don't give a fuck.
No, I don't give a fuck either. It's whatever.
Yeah, I like it. Basically, so just give me 1 second. Give me 1 second to do an intro for the podcast, since I haven't done that yet. Okay. And then we'll just we'll talk regular shit. Welcome to episode 14 of the TPS podcast, sponsored by Stay Another Day, your go-to mental health awareness apparel. I'm here with comedian, influencer, rapper, QB1, friends with Zachirific. I feel like that could be a flex in its own. Fuck it. You know what I mean? I'm here with That's Juice, or Jaron, however you know him, you love him. Absolutely. Welcome on the podcast.
Thank you, bro. I'm absolutely stoked. This is sick. Appreciate you.
Yeah.
It's Juice. Yeah. They love to hate. They see me doing it for real, and I'm sorry to tell you this ain't luck. I'm just trying to ball like the Oregon Ducks. But man, fuck it. This podcast sucks.
Yeah, I think it'll be fun. We've never talked on the phone, or I guess face to face, but we've DM'd a couple times and fucking don't do that.
I feel like, have we really not at all?
No, we've never talked on the phone. But we've DM'd a couple times for almost a year. I feel like, been on a talking pace with each other for about a year.
Okay.
Do you remember the first time I DM'd you what we did?
No, I'm about to look. Hold on. Wait,
because we have a collab video with each other from a year ago, over a year ago.
Right. That's right. You did the it was like the questions, and I sent you a video.
Yes. It was like a music interview, because that was the genre that I was doing at that time.
Hell yeah. Okay, yeah. So just from that. Okay, bet. That's lit, kind of.
Yeah. That was gonna be one of the questions I asked you, like if you remembered or about our, I guess, first collab, if you want to call it, even though it wasn't really like a real collab, because we didn't really talk to each other. But yeah, dude, that's what I fucking used to do on social media. And then, brand changed, and now I got fucking way more followers. I think you agreed to do that video with me, dude, when I was at like 300 followers, if that.
Yeah. So I just respect the hustle. Now, dude, you're lit now.
I fucking trying to be. I mean, clearly it was the music shit that was holding me back. You know what I'm saying?
That was a grind too. You had how many of those in a row?
Dude, so many, hundreds, bro. Hundreds, bro. I tell people like I don't know, whenever I talk to people about doing social media and shit, I always say that like it's kind of like a flex for me that I did those music videos for 2 years straight, posted 4 times a day for 2 years, and I gained maybe 500 followers, and then I changed genres, started doing the sort of shit that I do now, and within a year I have almost 40K. So
dude, dude.
That's like my personal flex to people.
That's a testament, though. It's like, even though you did all that for 2 years every day, it's like you didn't quit, though. Like, you only lose if you quit.
Exactly.
You kept trying. You just changed it up, and
because you'll strike gold eventually. So,
literally.
So basically, what we got set up for this podcast is I got some regular like interview style questions and shit that I'll be asking you. And then we have all the segments. So we have the unpopular opinions. We have the sad quiz where I'll ask you some questions. You can earn some money. I have questions from my followers, and then we have the hate love list, and then the songs of the week.
Oh yeah.
Super simple. Also, dude, my apologies for being late, bro. I was filming another podcast before this with another influencer who I'm pretty good friends with. And dude, I feel fucking horrible, bro, because he's really refined in his shit. Like he keeps his shit. He makes great content. He's very professional with his stuff. And I think I took it too fucking far on the podcast where I was like saying shit where like it is kind of cancelable, but I don't really care. I don't really care about that stuff, but right. I felt bad once we were done. I could tell that it was almost making him like feel a little bit weird because even though he wasn't saying anything bad, like he was kind of being shown in that light since we were on the podcast together. So as soon as I was done recording, I was like, I'm going to be so real with you, bro. I think we should scrap the entire episode. And he was like, I 100% agree with you. And we recorded for 2.5 hours, bro.
No way.
Yeah, great content, ran through all the segments and shit. There was just like a thing or two that like I said that was like nothing horrible. It was just my own opinion, and he chose kind of not to make any comments on it so that he wasn't involved in what I was saying. And after that happened a couple times, I was like, fuck, maybe, he probably wouldn't want me to post this. So I just decided to call it out before he could even say anything.
Damn, bro.
Yeah, it was kind of hard to say, but I felt bad because I don't care. Everything that like I said on that podcast, I would say on this podcast and put it out and release it. Like, I don't care about me getting caught up for saying that stuff. It was just, I didn't want him to be seen in the light of what I was saying is basically all it was.
Sure. Yeah. 100%.
But that's basically why I was late, was because that was running long. And then we had to have a whole conversation and basically just be like, yeah, so let's throw that whole episode away. But yeah, that's kind of why I asked people like before we start the podcast, like if there's anything that is off limits for you to talk about.
Right.
Because I'm cool if people want to just keep it professional and shit. And then I'm also cool if people is like a wide open book like I am, and they'll answer literally anything and everything. But I just try my best to.
Yeah, bro. Absolutely. I mean,
be cautious of that.
I'm here for whatever, coach.
All right. You might regret saying that. So first questions I'll ask you, we'll keep it simple. Is where are you from and how old are you? And it's a 3-parter. Where are you from? How old are you? And if you had to explain to somebody in 20 seconds what your thing is, then what people know you for, what would you say to them?
I'm originally from Decatur, Illinois.
Okay.
Lived in Dallas for a year, and now I live in Jacksonville, Florida. I'm 25 years old. My birthday's on Christmas. Fun fact, a lot of people don't know that.
Wow.
Yeah.
That must suck.
Yeah. It's
you get a lot of gifts that are like discounts for your birthday and Christmas type shit.
Like an extra $10 in the Christmas card, be like, it's for your birthday.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm looking out for you, and I'm like, oh, whatever. I don't even know if you like that. So yeah, 25 years old, and then my thing, if somebody came out to me like, I feel like I was like, yeah, I'm the hometown plug, and people are like, oh, yeah, that's it, that's for sure.
Okay.
So yeah, of course, the hometown plug is the go-to.
So I guess right off the rip then with the hometown plug thing is you have a few characters that you kind of play. I feel like they all kind of center around, or not all of them, but a good majority of them kind of center around like the how do I say this? Like kind of the piece of shit white guy that you knew from high school that never did anything with his life. That's kind of what I feel like a lot of your characters center around. Is like the guy who's probably really cool in high school, but now is like a fucking nobody because he still doesn't have a life.
Or wasn't cool in high school and still acts like he's trying to be cool in high school. Like
yes.
That's like the demeanor. Yeah, but that's mostly what the characters revolve around, is that kind of demeanor and like that attitude. Yeah, for sure.
Now with that character, is that, I don't know if this is kind of a crazy question to ask, is that character of that guy from high school, is that what you are in real life? Or I know it's crazy because you seem like a great guy, so I'm sure it's not, but right. I was curious if like maybe that was like an amplified version of like how you saw yourself, or like maybe you knew somebody from high school who was like that, or maybe it was just a character that you were just really good at doing and always killed, so you decided to roll with it.
Yeah, I think it's more of that, is just being like, because where I'm from, there's a lot of that. So I guess there is everywhere, because everybody relates to it or has like, oh, I know this person. Yeah. Which I didn't know that was the case when I started doing that. I just thought it was like, it's just something funny to do because it's something like that I saw around me. But okay. I grew up doing that shit just to like be corny and be funny. Like I would do it in front of girls like in college, like just to be funny. Like I didn't give a shit. And then yeah, and then the first video that ever took off for me was like that kind of character. So I just kind of, and that's literally like my bread and butter. What's got me to this point is that shit, which is so funny. But
and it's crazy you're still doing it, right? Because normally if somebody blows off of one thing that they do, it's like they try and ride that out for as long as possible, but eventually people get over it. So it's crazy you're still riding that same fucking piece of shit white guy.
Because bro, there's so many scenarios you can put him in. Yeah. And so it's just like, and especially I feel like, not to toot my own horn, but when you play it so well to a point, it's like, dude, it's like it doesn't get old. Like it's just so funny, bro. Like I make myself laugh with the shit. It's so stupid.
Dude, it's crazy how relatable it is, like you said, because you're like, you thought that was just kind of a thing where you were at, but it's, dude, I could give you fucking 3 full names of guys that I knew from high school who were exactly like that. And had the same laugh, you know what I mean? Same personality traits. Maybe they're the plug, you know what I mean? But even down to the laugh, bro. Like actually, that I knew people with that shit.
I have a funny story.
Please.
I still remember the first time I ever did the laugh, bro. So I was by myself when I did it. I was literally talking to myself, bro. Okay. Because like as a dude, I don't know. I feel like with ADHD or whatever, like if I'm just in a mode, I'll just like, I got like the fucking zoomies and I just start doing shit. But like I was literally in the car driving home on a Friday off of work. I used to work at Hibbett Sports, a sneaker store, like slash clothing store. It's kind of like a Foot Locker or a Finish Line type of vibe. Okay. And I was like about to go like link up with some homies and like go out or whatever. And I had so much energy. I was just like ready to go. And I was like listening to a Drake song and I was singing the lyrics, like doing the character to myself. And I hit the laugh after one of the lines. And I was like, yo, that's a skit. Like, I didn't even know it was like a freestyle. I didn't even know it was coming. And I was just like,
okay. So the laugh came after the character was born, I guess.
Yeah. The laugh was just like kind of a cherry on top. And I just did it in the moment. And I was like, dude, what the fuck just happened? Like, what was that? Yeah, it was just funny that's the first video that blew up. I was like, I went home and made the video that night, and it got like 1 million views. It was my first. Damn. Yeah.
Damn, that's fire shit. Now, when you said you went to college, correct?
So I lived in Bloomington, Illinois for 2 or 3 years. I moved out when I was 19. So I lived in Bloomington. I was like 20 to 22 or 3, but I didn't go to college. I just lived on Illinois State's campus and like went to work. So I just lived the college lifestyle, but didn't go to college.
That's pretty sick.
You know,
that's pretty sick actually. I went to college for 1 semester. So I kind of know what it was like to, you know, be living in a college town, but not go to your classes, you know what I mean? Because I flunked out of all mine. Yeah. But so when did you start making like these style of videos? Was it like while you were still in high school or like way after?
No, I didn't start making the videos till I was 21. It was almost like 4 years ago, almost to the day, like
Okay.
probably February or March of 2021.
Okay. Now,
That's when I started doing videos.
did you just like? I guess the long form question would be like, what was your experience like with people who knew you in real life, then you starting to make videos being a different character online? Was it like I just started posting this shit on Instagram and TikTok one day, like on my own personal account, and people just started fucking with it? Or did you like, keep it separate from your personal life and just try and do your own thing on the side until it blew up?
It was very like like I wasn't known locally before I blew up kind of thing. Like it wasn't like I was like blowing up locally before I like got big on social media. If anything, I got big on social media first, just because I was probably more shy. I don't really care about social media just because I don't know it. Like it's not even real to me almost. Like I don't know people, you know what I mean? It's just like whatever, I'm just putting it out in the universe. But like I was probably more shy to do it in real life at first. So yeah, for me, it was like when it started blowing up and people started talking about it, like where I'm from and people that I knew, I was like, okay, so it's like now I can't deny it anymore. It's like whatever.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
it was fine though. Like it's funny you say that because one of my homies from high school texted me. I don't really talk to him that much anymore, but he's still one of my homies. He texted me and he was like, yo, this dude I'm at the bar that I drink with at the bar. He's like, yo, this kid from Maroa, which is where I went to high school, Maroa Forsyth High School. It's like, isn't this kid, some kid from Maroa, like famous now or something? And he was talking about me. I was like, dude, that is so funny to hear.
Wow.
Like, kid from Maroa is so funny.
That's super sick. I like that kind of shit.
Yeah, it is. It's pretty crazy. But yeah, it was definitely more of the social media came first than the local.
Okay. And did you have like any grind period, or was it just like as soon as you started making these videos, they started popping off? Was there like ever a time where you were like making videos to like nobody for a certain amount of time, hoping that it pops off, or you just did it once and it was like every video hit after that?
I wasn't really grinding at first. It was just like shit I would post here and there. There weren't really skits. It was just like stupid shit. Like I was doing like voiceovers. Okay. And like just weird shit like that. Once that video popped and I just started stuck to that character, then it came pretty quick, pretty consistently. Okay. And then it took a little bit longer than it should have because I was working like factory jobs and stuff. So I was working like 50, 60-hour weeks and was making like maybe 1-2 videos a week for like a year or two. So it's like once I started making a video every day, and that's when it popped. Okay, so you didn't really have like a period of I don't know, because I always say that it doesn't matter what you do on social media, as long as you got a following, it's impossible for it to be embarrassing. Yeah. You could be doing the stupidest shit in the world, but nobody can talk shit to you if you got 1 million followers. You know what I'm saying? So I guess you probably didn't have like a period of, I'm trying to get a following, but I just don't have it yet. And then like your friends from high school are just like, yo, I saw those little videos that you're making. Like they're super funny. Did you ever have that or no? I feel like not really. Okay. Maybe that's good. Maybe a little bit, but it was brief just because I feel like by the time my local people caught on, it was kind of already getting to the point where it was a little bit lit. Like, got you. I mean, even if it wasn't like super lit, you see a K on the following, and they're like, "Oh, it's kind of legit," Like, even for a small town, people see that and they're like, "Oh shit," Yeah, I 100% agree with you because I feel like I've been in situations before where I've had like people who I used to be friends with would hit me up and be like, if I ever had to talk to them, just somewhere in the conversation, they'll just throw out like, "Oh yeah, and I saw your videos the other day, pretty cool." That shit makes me hate myself. You know what I'm saying? That makes me so uncomfortable. Yeah, I just had never. It never affected me. Any sort of talk, just because I know the person that's telling me that doesn't know anything about it. Like they haven't tried it themselves. So it's like if it's not from somebody, an opinion from somebody like I value the opinion from, it's like, bro, that genuinely never got in my way. So I feel like letting that affect you is just, I feel like is there's no point just because that shit doesn't even matter.
Yeah, I think I'm not really a super materialistic person, but I think if you're rich or famous, nobody in the world can talk shit to you unless they're also rich and famous. You know what I mean? Not saying that, you know, that means everything in the world, but it's like if somebody is doing something on social media and, you know, they just paid their rent with social media money, how are you going to talk shit to them when you're fucking working at McDonald's trying to pay your rent and they just did it by making videos in their room? You know what I mean?
Exactly.
So I feel like once you hit that point of like a certain amount of followers or you have a certain amount of income from social media, not like that means everything in the world, but I feel like that kind of exemplifies you from, I don't know if that was the right word, but it keeps you exempt from being able to be made fun of.
Totally.
I guess in long form. So you got a long-term relationship with Beatbox.
Yeah.
Right? How did that whole thing start? Because I feel like, you know, a little while ago, I would see every so often that you would post a video and it would like take to be like halfway through the video before I realized that, oh, he's holding a Beatbox drink with the logo out. This might be a fucking sponsored video. You know what I mean? And that's what it used to be. And now it's like, I feel like I'm seeing a Beatbox in every video, not in a bad way, because you do it in such a good way that, you know, it doesn't feel like you're watching sponsored content, but you fucking must got a pretty good gig going on with them that they're probably paying for like half your video. So how did that like start? Was it like a one video thing and then they just liked what you did and it kind of just skyrocketed from there? Or it's always been like you are a full-time employee for them damn near, you know what I mean?
I wish, bro. But so my girl Fee, she is the like influencer marketing girl for Beatbox. So her fiance was a big fan of my content and they would always watch it. So she sent the email to me through Beatbox and was like, hey, we would just want to send you some stuff. You know, we love your content. I was like, awesome. And then my agency hit them and they were like, would you guys be willing to like do some content? And I was like, yeah, bro, absolutely. So they were like, we'll see what we can do. And so they did a deal with me for like a few videos. I think it was like 3 videos. Yeah. And I posted 3 videos for them and they all went crazy. And it just like made sense with the character. Like, gotcha. Like the hometown dude with the fat filter stuff, like sipping a Beatbox midday. It just like makes sense for the character. Yeah. You know? Yeah, it's definitely a good fit. Totally. And it was so easily like integratable. Is that? Yeah. Right? Yeah. So easily. Yeah, no, you're on it, bro. Yeah. So it ended up just kept all the Beatbox videos were going nuts. And so I ended up like getting on retainer with them. So I work with them just like on a what was the last one I said? I think like a 6-month thing. So it's been like almost a year. I feel like I've been working with them. And but is it like they help me out? They're good people. I don't know if this is a question that you should or shouldn't be answering. So just fucking tell me if you shouldn't. How does it like work with them? You know what I mean? Because I've done probably not as many as you, but I've done a couple brand deals in my life. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I kind of know like how it works a little bit, but with Beatbox, did you guys have such a long running relationship? Is it like a post per post sort of thing? Or is it like you're damn near signed to a contract? Yeah. I have no problem answering that. Just I feel like other influencers watching or trying to get to that point, it's good to know. So I have no issue with that. It's like it was a contract for but the first one was just 3 videos. Okay, but I signed a contract for those 3 videos. Now it's a 6-month contract. So I have a set of deliverables per month that I have to obviously account for. And then once those are done, it's like I have to send an invoice for those things. But whenever they're done, like gotcha. Preferably the first of the month. And then it takes 30 days for them to pay that. So it's like whatever. It's a contract I signed for 6 months, have deliverables, deliver them, send the invoice, boom. It's that simple.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was just something that I think I was just more curious about, being that I know a little bit of the background of what goes into a brand deal, but not anything that's long form, like with what you got going on. You
And
know what I
everything's
mean?
different. So every company's different. You know, some companies don't want to do it like that, but I feel like they're a big enough company to where it's like it's got to be in order, like kind of thing. So
yeah, and I saw you just did a brand deal for Temu.
Yeah, Temu. I've done a few videos too.
Yeah, I did a campaign with them like 6 months ago, and it was like 3 videos for like a set amount of money, and that's how that one specifically worked, and that's how most of the time brand deals work for me. Exactly. But I was just curious, since you guys had such a long relationship, what that may have been like. That was all.
Yeah, Beatbox definitely looks out. Great people over there. Go get it. Go try it. Everyone watching this.
Yeah, go Beatbox. Yeah, bro. Before we fucking even had any sort of relationship, I remember like I would like post on my story a couple times to like my 2,000 followers, like a picture of a beatbox, and be like, "Juice put me on," something like that. Yeah.
I told this to I did like a Discord interview with the Beatbox like social media team, and I told them, I was like, dude, people see me out, and instead of being like, yo, you're Juice or you're whatever, they're like, you're the Beatbox guy, right? I'm like,
oh,
yeah. Like, so honestly, we have to do this forever because
because I'm helping you guys that much. You know what I'm saying?
And we did the Orange Blast like commercial videos. I don't know if you saw those.
Yeah, I saw those.
They have a partnership with the Diamondbacks, and on opening day, they were playing the Orange Blast commercials on the Jumbotron at the stadium. I was
no way.
I was like, so I am actually the Beatbox guy now. Like
you are, dude. That's crazy.
Over. Yeah, it's sick.
That's crazy shit. And you have anything like, I don't know, big productions with them that you have coming soon, or is it just videos right now?
I don't know. I'm trying to. The Shaq's a big investor now, and he just got his own flavor. So I'm trying to do something with Shaq.
That'd be huge, bro. That would be crazy shit, bro.
I keep telling him. I was like, I'll text him like once a month, talking about like, yo, so it's like, are we meeting Shaq, or is it?
Yeah,
like we haven't even met him. I'm like, well, let me know, because
let me know. I'll make sure I'm free. You know, it doesn't matter.
Forever up. I don't care.
Yeah, I like that shit a lot. Now, I also have another question that is just my own personal curiosity thing. So you went to some sort of, I think it was like a sponsored event at some Texas football game. I would assume it was a sponsored event because every influencer in the fucking world was there, bro.
Yeah.
What the fuck was that, bro? Because I saw like half of my feed, bro, for one day was just like every motherfucker posting pictures with you and ZACHIRIFIC and Josh Richards. And so like, what the fuck was that? Was it like actual, like, I don't know if it was Texas State or University or.
So it was University of Texas. It was the Longhorns. I think they were playing Florida.
Okay.
But yeah, so it was just like an event for a sports book called Fliff. And
oh my god, I love Fliff, bro.
Yeah. So it was a Fliff event that they just invited. You know, it was just whatever, and they invited Zach. I didn't originally get invited. Zach brought me as like his plus one, just being the GOAT. Like,
oh wow.
So he was like, dude, I think it would be great if you came out. I was like, yeah, that'd be sick. So I got to come out and meet all those guys and kind of network and obviously have a great fucking time. But yeah, it was so crazy too because the second day, the night after the game on Saturday, I was a big FaZe fucking fanatic back in the day.
Okay.
And like Adapt and Silky and then pulled up to the hotel before dinner.
No.
And I was like, oh shit. And yeah, like Adapt pulled up and he was like, dude, like, been watching your shit forever. You're fucking hilarious. I'm like, all right. I was like, so this is yeah.
Holy shit, bro.
This is why we do this shit for moments like this. So yeah, shout out to ZACHIRIFIC because if he didn't invite me, I would have never gotten to like experience all that shit and meet all those people. So it was a dope time though. It was for sure. It was unreal.
Did you meet Sketch while you were there? Wasn't Sketch there?
Sketch Sketch has been watching my content for a minute too.
That's crazy.
I know.
That's crazy.
I had a couple Sketch impression when Sketch first popped off doing the Madden videos.
Yeah.
Everybody was like making fun of his voice. And so I had a couple Sketch impressions that I did on TikTok and Instagram go like stupid viral.
Nice.
And so he started watching my shit after that. And he came through to the tailgate the morning before the game. And he walked up. We were all on this table at a frat party where all the influencers like me, Lacey, Zach, Freezer Tarps, Josh Richards, whatever. We're sitting on this table, and Sketch pulls up to the table, and everybody's going stupid. And he looks back at me and he goes, "How you doing? It's been a while." I was like, dude, this is so funny.
That's fucking fire. Now, damn, what the fuck, dude? It's crazy because I wish I could come back with a story like, oh yeah, me and this guy one time, you know what I mean? But I'm just
that shit was nuts.
Yeah, that's crazy. Is there like any? I know you said you're a huge FaZe fan and shit, or you were when you were younger. Is there anybody right now that like, you know, is just next level shit for you to meet? That's maybe on the bucket list, but just hasn't happened yet.
Obviously Drewski. I feel like Drewski inspired me to start making like the skit content. And he actually commented on that first video that blew up.
Hell yeah.
That's a goat. Casey Fry, Nick Coletti.
Oh, of course.
Shane Gillis. Shane Gillis follows me. I feel like those are my legends for sure.
Yeah.
I don't even know who else, like actor wise, comedian wise. I don't know. Actor wise, I would fucking love to meet Denzel, bro. Denzel is like the GOAT.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have expected that, but that's pretty sick.
Jim Carrey, that's probably another one. But that's like fucking legend.
Yeah. That's when you're fucking peak career type shit.
Yeah, hopefully. So we'll see. But yeah, I'd say that's a good basis though. Those are my like comedy, like internet comedy / next level goats that I would want to meet for.
I like that. So wow, that was a really good answer. I like that, dude. I ask a lot of the time on my podcast when I ask people questions, I'll ask them for like a Mount Rushmore. Like, oh, give me your Mount Rushmore of fucking this shit. You know what I mean? So that was a pretty good Mount Rushmore. I think that was like 6 or 7 guys. I don't know who's on Mount Rushmore. I fucking whatever. But you also make music.
Yeah.
Now, is music like a hobby for you, or would you say? And I'll lead into the Mount Rushmore part of this question. I'm not going to forget about that. But is music like a hobby for you, or is music like the real dream and it just decided to happen after you were already pretty successful at something else?
You know what's funny is when people ask me about music, they say that is like the main inquiry is like, so is the comedy like the passage to the music? I'm like, where does that come from though? Because I feel like I do love music, and I probably back in the day before I started doing the comedy stuff, I would have said I'd rather do music. But there's just so much more I feel like that goes into music that you don't have to do in the social media realm. So it's a lot harder. You got to want it more. I think I'm not going to take music as seriously as comedy yet, but like if it picks up enough traction with what I am throwing into it, then I would integrate it more. But I don't see myself doing just music full time ever. I don't think. Okay.
So long term, let me ask you this then. Long term, what is like your end goal here? Is it like you want to continue doing content and music for, you know, the rest of your fucking life, or like, you know, maybe you're just doing one to slingshot the other, and then once that one really takes off to like an extraordinary level, you're just going to say fuck everything else, I'm focusing on this full time? Or maybe it's something you're not even doing yet that you want to be doing one day. What does like your end goal look like for you?
I feel like in a sense you really never know what kind of curveballs you run into. But I feel like for now, I want to get into stand up just because I feel like that is from a brand sense, the easiest next step out of internet comedy is just getting on stage and selling tickets, and that's like real money. So there's that. I do want to start doing like I want to get my music to the point to start doing like headlining shows just to see what that looks like. I want to start doing podcasts. I want to start doing acting more. Like I just did a short film this past weekend.
Oh shit! Hell yeah!
Me and my brother were the main actors, and my homies were all the crew. So that was sick. So I just right now I'm kind of just doing whatever the fuck kind of project I can get my hands on and like be a part of, and just to get that experience. Because then you never know what you'll find with doing shit. So if I get a spark from something that I feel like I want to do, then I feel like that'll be it. But as of right now, I'm just gonna rip content, rip music, and fucking get on stage and rip some stand up, and then see where that goes. So
here's I guess another part to that question is, let's say you're 40 years old, right? And you got a family, you're living large, and your son's at school, and somebody asks your son, what does your dad do for a living? What do you imagine him saying at that point in life when you're 40 years old?
Fucking win. No. Like, honestly, it would be cool for my kid to be like, oh, my dad's like, I feel, my dad's a creative. My dad's an actor / musician / like, I feel like I want it to be, honestly, I want it to be hard for him to describe it.
Okay. I like that. I want
like my 6-year-old, 7-year-old son to be like,
I'm not sure.
Know. Like, because like, it is deeper than that. So like, I would really love for him to maybe grow up to be curious enough to like try it himself, to like do his own shit. Like,
that's a really good answer. Cause normally I ask people that question, and when you ask them the first question, like, what's your end goal? Most of the time they say what they're doing right now. But then when you phrase it in a way where you're like, you really think like for somebody like me, like you're really going to be making Get Ready With Me videos when you're 40 years old. And it's like, probably not. So then they give a real answer of what they think they're going to be doing for the rest of your life. So I'm glad that what you're doing now and really broadening your spectrum and doing everything that you can is something that you want to keep doing for the rest of your life. I feel like that's really good.
If I'm doing hometown plug videos at 40, then it's gotten too real. It's a little too real.
Exactly. Yeah.
So as much as we want it to look real, it can't be the case.
Yeah, because then you're like the hometown plug of social media, like still trying to hold on to what you had.
It is funny, but it's funny because I'm getting clowned. Like, you know what I mean? But
yeah. So have you ever like how do I say this? Have you ever thought about creating, like, as of right now, your whole deal, you are your brand, you know what I mean?
Right.
Like what you make money off of on social media is people paying you for videos of you. So have you ever thought about maybe creating a brand or a company or an LLC or something that you could use to capitalize off of where you've come so far? Like maybe you want to go real estate, maybe you want to start a record label, maybe you want to do a talent agency. Have you ever thought about turning your current brand, which is you, into an actual company?
Yeah, I feel like the talent agencies, I've thought about that, and it's like there's so many, and it's hard to, I feel like it's hard to like separate yourself and build something like super at this point, especially if I was in LA or something. If I was based in a different city, that would be more realistic.
Yeah.
Just because it'd be a lot of travel for me. But like, I've always wanted a clothing brand that is kind of based around me, but it's shit that like anybody could wear. So it's like a designer brand, like fucking Louis Vuitton, like that's a guy, like that is somebody, that's a designer's name that people wear.
Yeah.
I've always wanted to do like, even if it's like streetwear or whatever, but just to be like based around like the juice thing, but to be cool enough that anybody, even if it wasn't merch, like even if it was merch, that like it doesn't give off the merch vibe. And
The
like,
merch vibe. You're not wearing a shirt with somebody's face on it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like even if you saw it on a rack at fucking wherever, you'd be like, oh, this is hard. Like, that's So I feel like that is something I want to get into is the clothes, even though that's overly saturated too. But it's something that I would benefit off of as well because I can wear it in videos. It's easy, it's easy to capitalize off of. So I feel like if I was to do anything that route, it would be that for sure.
Okay. Yeah. I think that's a great answer. I feel like, and like you said, if you have like a clothing brand and a following already, it's going to make growing that clothing brand just that much easier.
For sure.
You already have all the advertising in the world at the tips of your fingers. You know what I'm saying?
I have a bunch of homies in Nashville, and you know Mike, right? Formerly Mike Stud. Yeah. With the Stevenson Ranch shit.
Yeah.
He makes more money off of the Stevenson Ranch shit than it's unbelievable, bro.
Wow.
And like he's not like the biggest artist anymore. Like he has a really loyal like fan base.
Yeah.
But the amount of money that they make off of that shit is unbelievable. And I'm like, dude, if that's what I'm saying is like Stevenson Ranch has nothing to do with Mike, but it's hard, and he's got a loyal fan base, so I would wear it. I didn't even know it was him. Like,
yeah,
that's the goal. That's the goal. I feel like with that is like that's anybody will wear it. Like, oh, that's something I could see myself in, even if I don't know who the fuck made it. Like,
yeah,
that's it.
100%. I think if I fucking ever decide to start a clothing brand, I'll make sure you get some shit because,
of course,
vice versa. Yeah. Oh, dude. Yeah. Fucking, I love free clothes. You know what I'm saying? Fucking send me anything you want. Yeah. So I think that's kind of all the questions I really had for you. However, I do have some questions, and or situations that people want advice on, or would you rather's that my followers asked you.
Okay, bet.
I don't know if I told you about that.
Yeah, I think you did. That's lit though.
Okay, yeah. So I have like a close friend story where I sell my old clothes because like, you know, shit that I do on social media, I get a lot of clothes.
Right.
And a lot I don't wear. So I have a close friend story of like 600 or 700 people on Instagram that where I sell my old clothes and shit. And I normally ask them to, ask my podcast guest questions because they're a lot more involved, I guess, than most of my followers. So I can really easy post something up there and everybody will kind of just flock to answer. So they had a lot of questions to ask you specifically.
Okay.
So I let them know, you know, I'm interviewing Juice, whatever, life legs. So go ahead. What do you want me to ask him? I guess. Anyways, but yeah, I got a few. First one is ask Juice what he thinks his hardest track to do was, and also ask him which out of his tracks does he like the best.
The hardest song to make, hardest as in like difficulty wise?
I don't know. I felt like that was kind of open-ended. Like maybe it was like difficult for you to get all the bars out, or maybe it was hard to produce, or maybe it was hard getting the vision to come to life, or it took you a while to write it. I don't know.
Okay. The hardest song that I've had to make. Let me think. I'm going to cheat. I'm going to look at my songs here.
You're good. I'd be doing the same thing.
Because I made so many songs over the years. I have no idea.
My discography is just
23K monthly listeners. I'm kind of lit now, guys.
23K dead ass.
Yeah.
Wow. That's big shit.
Oh, we'll take that.
That's crazy.
Dude, I'm not going to lie. I went on tour with my boy Matt Corman and my homie Ollie Joseph.
Yeah, I saw that.
Dude, they taught me so much about the shit. My hardest song ever was probably, dude. when I first got into house music, that was kind of hard to. My buddy Yodi, he produces for me. He's super into house, and we were trying to like get vocals on a house track, and so listening to the different, because I've always just kind of made rap, even though I've dabbled in many subgenres of rap. We made a house song and we were fucked up, and I was trying to sing on it, bro, and I just could not catch it. My voice was all raspy and shit. And I just remember we were in there for like 2 hours just trying to get like, it was like 16 bars total. I was trying to lock in, but that was really self-inflicted. That wasn't because I like couldn't do it. It was because I was just I couldn't hit the notes. But
yeah,
it'd be more like the singy vibe. I've done some R&B songs, Grapes and Cheese.
Okay.
It took me a while to I had to lock in and hit the notes. But yeah, I feel like the most challenging songs are the house music, the R&B. Just because, I can write and rap for however, but it's kind of hard to like actually create something that sounds good. That's like you're not like a natural at. So
okay. And how hard was the TPS podcast intro? How hard was that to get done?
I wrote that. I sat down. That probably took 15 minutes total.
Damn. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
I like that, bro.
Yeah, that shit was it was cool because like the beat was fire. Like when I get those beats like that, it's off, bro. It's so quick. I loved it,
bro. And it was so crazy how I got that beat too. I knew what I wanted. Like I knew I wanted to make an intro. I'm paying a graphic designer to do like some visuals. I'm paying a producer to give me a beat. I'm gonna pay somebody to rap on it, and you were the only rapper. Yeah, you're the only rapper that I had like immediate contact to without having to like slide into rappers, managers, DMs and shit. So I posted on my story one day. I was like, dude, I need a Big X the Plug type beat. Who can help me out? Who knows somebody selling beats? And one guy slid up and was like, I got this homie in Hawaii. He specializes in Big X the Plug beats. And then I go to his page, and every video he posts is like when you're the best Big X the Plug beat maker, when you're hella good at making Big X the Plugs type beats. And that was just his gig, bro.
Love it.
And I hit him up and I was like, dude, I heard you're the GOAT. I need a beat like this. And he asked me what I was using it for. I said I was only going to use like 10 seconds of it for my intro. And he was like, here, you can just have this one. And so that was a straight free beat that you were rapping on. But shout out to that guy. I think his name's like Prod Chef or something.
I might throw a real joint on it. I fucking love that beat.
Yeah. And I told him that, and he said, it sounds great.
Lit.
So beat's all yours if you ever wanted it.
Let's go.
Yeah. So I guess, okay. So back to, remember how I mentioned I like to run Mount Rushmores on the podcast. So I asked you about kind of your music career a little bit. So somebody asked, what is your Mount Rushmore of artists? And we'll do two. You could do of all time, like greatest, who the best artists are in your eyes, and then you can do another Mount Rushmore for your personal favorites.
Okay. Artists of all time, not rappers, not hip hop, just artists.
If it would be easier for you to do rappers, we could run rappers, or you can go rappers and artists, or
let's do artists. Michael Jackson.
Duh.
That's a consensus one, I feel like.
Yep.
And this is not in any order. This is just on the Mount Rushmore.
Yep.
Drake.
Okay. Yeah, I would agree with you.
Have to.
I would agree with you. Numbers just don't lie.
Can't, dude. Let's go. Man. I'm trying to think like who has the entire package.
Yeah.
Like, because Michael Jackson was like entertainment, like dance, also quality of music. Like, I could put something about me wants to put Chris Brown up there.
Okay, and that's fair.
Dude, I'm sleeping on a lot of people. I have to be. Maybe Bruno Mars.
Okay. Hey, that's a great pull. That's a great pull. I definitely think that should go on your Mount Rushmore.
Okay.
100%.
Okay, yeah. Michael Jackson, Drake, Chris Brown, and Bruno Mars.
Perfect. Yeah, I think that's great.
I don't even listen to Bruno Mars that much, but it's just like I know he's like that.
Yeah. Yeah. He's on the greatest of all time list for sure.
Has to be, yeah.
You know what I mean? So what about your personal favorites? You know what I mean? Because Michael Jackson, we all know he's the fucking goat of music. I don't really listen to Michael Jackson that much. So
Right.
who are you, listening to on a regular basis?
I don't listen to him a lot now, but I definitely grew up on Michael Jackson. I used to listen to him fucking every day as a kid. But my personal favorites, it's gonna be more of the rap realm, just because that's what
you listen to.
Yeah. So I'm gonna go Drake. I'm gonna go Tupac. I'm gonna go. Let's see. I'm gonna go probably Eminem.
Okay, fair.
Just because I grew up on M too.
Yeah.
I don't listen to him a lot now, but it's like he's unbelievable.
Yep.
And I'll probably go Andre 3000.
Bang. Love it.
Yeah.
Love it. Okay, perfect. That was a great Mount Rushmore.
Rolling.
Oh, also I forgot to ask, how much time do you have?
Whenever. I'm good.
Oh, cool. Okay. Bang.
Yeah. I spent all day traveling yesterday. I'm like, dude, I'm not on shit today. I'm tired.
Yeah. I'm pretty fucking I'm pretty tired too, but I like, sometimes you got good chemistry with people, sometimes you don't. I feel like we're pretty chill as we're going on.
For sure.
So somebody asked you, ask Juice if he could do everything over again from high school, would you do the same shit to get where you are today?
Damn.
It's a pretty deep question. Holy fuck.
I love that. The only thing I would change is I'd start sooner.
Yeah.
That's it. That's the only thing I'd change.
I see where you're coming from. I don't think I would have chosen that route because I do feel like I was kind of a piece of shit. If I was any younger, I wouldn't want that version of myself to be on social media.
Gotcha.
But I definitely, if you've been fucking funny your whole life, then
dude,
you should have started.
I wish I was ripping content in 7th grade, bro. I really do.
Yeah. But I would agree with you.
Yeah, I don't know. I didn't grow up. I grew up in kind of a small town type of environment, so that wasn't like a realistic expectation for anybody. Like nobody was doing that shit. Yeah. So to get around people when I got older to be like, dude, what are you doing? You're not doing this. Why? Like I was just like, dude, I never thought it was a real thing. Like, I didn't know people like really actually do this, and then I found out for myself. But I just wish I started sooner. That's it. Now, would you say that you were the class clown your entire life? I won class clown. Oh, for real? In high school? Yeah. I actually won 3. I won 3 superlatives. I was like, I had best smile, best eyes, and class clown, and they were like, you have to pick one. You can't be all 3. I was like, all right. Really? Yeah. That's crazy. Hey, I didn't get any superlatives, I think, when I was in high school, but when I was in 8th grade, I was class clown and tallest. Oh, there you go. Yeah. So tallest in 8th grade. Oh, so you outgrew everyone early. Yeah, but then they all just caught up to me. I'm kind of the same height that I was back when I was like 15. Okay. I see. I got taller in high school somehow. Okay. I feel like. Okay. Yeah. How tall are you? 6'1". Okay. What are you, 6'4"? Tall guys unite. No, there you go. There you go. Yeah, but if you would have asked anybody in high school, like, was this kid funny? They probably would have said, who is that kid? You know what I'm saying? So I think where I started was a good point, because that was a good point in my life where, I don't know, I like the version of myself best is the best way to put it. Yeah, that's smart. That's smart. It's always 2020 hell. Yeah. Somebody, I thought this is a question I thought would be really funny for you specifically. Okay. Because you are, I guess, out of anybody I've interviewed, the most,
the closest to an actor, I think, because you do like the skit comedy. So, so somebody actually, you know what? I'm saying that, and you are a great actor. I just had somebody on the podcast last week, who was an actual actor. Like that's all he did. You know what I mean? And then I'm coming on here and I'm like, yeah, dude, you're fucking the best actor that I know. So you guys are both great. But somebody asked, imagine we're standing across the room from each other and we're in a public setting. How do you signal to your homie, let's get the fuck out of here?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, man. You're across the room. Like, what's the distance?
Far enough away that you can't. Far enough away where if you say it with a low tone of voice, that they're not gonna know what the fuck you're saying, and if you mouth it too big, other people might see.
Okay.
So you got to keep it low key, but no words.
20 to 30 feet.
Yeah.
Okay, so like if I'm in a conversation, like with a drink in my hand, whatever, like oh no, that's sick, and they're talking, whatever, and if someone else kind of catches their attention for a second, and like I'm staring at them,
perfect.
Like, you lock eyes, and like that's it. And then I'm gonna be like, oh my god, like I gotta get out of here. I have something so important.
Okay.
And he's gonna go over and be like, yeah, hey, we gotta. I'm like, we gotta go.
Okay. I like that. I think personally, I'm more of a like either if they look away for a second, I'm like a
you know
what I mean?
Flip it.
Just get this shit off my fucking radar right now. Or if they look away for a second, I'm just locking eyes with the homie.
That's
like,
why I was locking eyes immediately.
Dude, just and I don't even got to do nothing. Just, bro, get me the fuck out of here, bro. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
Now, another situation I'd like to throw your way. You're talking to a guy one-on-one, your homie's across the room, you guys make eye contact. How are you signaling to him, fuck this guy, bro? This guy is a fucking douche, bro. Like, I fucking hate this guy. This conversation sucks.
It's one of these. So especially if he already knows the guy.
Okay.
Or if like he'll be able to tell if he already had a conversation with him as well.
Okay. Yeah.
If he's talking to me and I'm like, oh yeah, blah blah blah, and just he's honestly in that situation, I'm probably not talking a lot anyway. He's probably just whatever. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And I'll probably look over and be like, and just hit like one of these.
Okay.
That's how it's like God, this is tough, you know?
Like, oh fuck, Jesus Christ.
The homie's probably like, yeah, dude, it's bad.
Been there.
That's it right there. It's fucking.
All right. Yeah, I fucking that was good. I thought you would be specifically really good at that. So I'm making sure to save that one for you. Somebody said, this is the last question, which is probably the most off topic, but somebody wanted to know if you think Helen Keller was real.
I do, but I feel like it's a lot of history. I feel like it just kind of got blown out of proportion a little bit.
Oh, like, so you're kind of on the boat of I don't give a fuck if Helen Keller was real or not.
Right. It's like, I mean, even if she wasn't, what changes? Like, what changes that if she was? Okay, say she wasn't, like, if she was real, like, what changes? Like,
nothing really, because
I think she existed, but like the lengths of what she was actually doing, I think, is blown out of the proportion a little bit.
I agree. I think she was a real person. I think she was blind, deaf, mute, and wrote a book? I don't know, but would my life change at all if she did? That's what I'm saying. I'm not reading the book.
So it's like,
you know what I'm saying?
It's whatever. And I'm sure she did a lot of great things, but they make her like, I heard wasn't there something like she flew a plane or something?
Yeah, she wrote a book and flew a plane, and I don't know what the fuck else she did, but it had nothing to do with my life.
I mean, yeah. I mean, I could take my blind friend to the desert and he could drive. Like, that's a thing.
Yeah.
Like, you could do that. So it's like, I kind of understand the plane thing. Like, she was in the cockpit with an actual pilot, and she like touched the steering wheel. Like,
Okay. Yeah.
so if that's what they're trying to like, I would whatever. I
Yeah.
hope, honestly, I hope she did all that stuff because it would be sick. But
it would be fucking sick.
So
That's so funny. And I don't really give a fuck about that kind of thing, like conspiracy theories or whatever, but I thought you would have a pretty funny answer to that.
Yeah. Helen Keller.
Wonderful woman there.
Great guy here.
Oh, okay. So now we got our hot takes.
Okay.
Segment portion, I guess. We got our hot takes, the sad quiz where you can earn some bread. You know what I'm saying? Hate list and the love list. Is there anything that you're real excited to do that you want to jump to first?
Let's do the hate list and love list. Let's do that.
Okay. Bang. So that'll kind of just be like draft style, and then I'll clip it as like a back and forth thing, and I'll also do another intro for it, and then I guess people will kind of just decide who has the best list of things that everybody mutually hates.
Okay, bet.
You know what I mean? Okay, so I'll do the intro for it real quick. I don't know. What do you prefer to go by, Juice or Jaren?
Yeah, Juice is cool.
Okay. I'm here with Juice, and this is a draft of things that we just fucking hate. My first one is TikTok couples.
Yeah,
I think it's cool. I think it's cool when two influencers are dating. That's fine, but like the couple content, like let me make dinner for my husband. You know what I mean? And the husband's in the background, or you know what I mean? The shit that like I don't know if you know. You remember Vincent and Sam? Yeah, that shit where they like post the phone up and then have like a fake argument. Like I hate that shit, bro.
Yeah, bro. Vincent's such a good guy. I fucking love him. But yeah, that's that realm of content is just a whole nother level of like, I don't give a fuck.
Yeah. And I'm sure they're great people, bro.
Right. No,
but it's like I'm not watching TV, bro. You watch social media because you want to watch people. And that's not people.
Is the market for it. Like they wouldn't do all that if it didn't work. And it's like, what realm of people are just like obsessed with watching that? Like, and it's like people are like, yeah, it's weird. We'll leave it at that. I totally that's a valid hate. Hate.
Wow. I'm glad we're on the same page.
Totally. Let me think of one. I fucking hate when okay
you got to get 5 more of these.
I know this is funny.
I hope you're creative.
Obnoxious parents at a youth sports event.
Yes. Yeah.
Dude, my God.
They're like fist fighting the ref, like miking up their own kids. Like,
dude, you like either you have a gambling problem and you put money on your son's game with another father from the other team, or you just have nothing going on. Like, zero. Yeah. Like, I know
your kid is living the life you wish you lived.
Right. Yeah. Like, dude, like, I get it. I fucking work sucks. Your marriage might not be in the best spot. That's okay. But like, don't take it out on this random fucking $20 a game umpire that does not give a shit either.
He's like limping down the field trying to keep up and shit. Like, come on, give the old man a rest. He's just here because it's his day off. You know what I mean? I'm sorry you didn't make it to the league. And I'm sorry your son is better than you at 8 years old than you were at 18. Yo, so sorry, but that's not you. That's not your life.
You just got to let that one go. But anyway. I hope you find peace in this. I really do.
Exactly. All right. Next thing I got for things that I hate. Okay, so this kind of I won't tell you what it is yet, but this kind of ties into what my unpopular opinion is going to be. I told you I went the sports route. I hate people who start beef with other people over sports.
Yeah.
Like those people who are like I'm, I'm a Bears fan, whatever, right? And you tell me, oh, you like the Seahawks, and I'm like, I automatically hate you. Like, why, bro? Like, you're not even on the team.
Dude,
you know what I'm saying?
The fact that it gets taken to a personal level when in reality, don't get me wrong, I'm the biggest sports fan ever. But in reality, it's like you're cheering for a bunch of random ass grown ass men that you don't know them.
Yeah, and you only like them because of where you were born. That's it.
Yeah, or like what your dad got you into it. So it's like,
yes,
are you genuinely about to fight me for another guy? Like that's sus.
That's gay, bro. You might be gay, bro. You know what I'm saying?
If that's you. Fine, great. But like, say that though.
Yeah, and that's fine. But don't hide behind the sports to let us know.
Yeah, you can't. Exactly. That shit is fucking hilarious.
Yeah. Like motherfuckers who are about to fight you, trying to prove that MJ is the GOAT. Like, bro, go suck his dick then, bro. You don't got to tell me.
I've been on that side of that argument many times. But and like, dude, like okay. Actually, I have one.
Okay.
It's hard to say that it's a hate because it's fucking hilarious and it's not even serious.
Okay.
But the LeBron James glaze on TikTok right now is insane, bro.
Yeah.
Unreal.
Bro.
And I only hate it because of like, dude, I can't even explain it. It's just like I see it and I'm like, dude, like grown men are using their time for this.
Bro, I 100% know exactly what you mean. Like LeBron James owns you, bro. You know, that's what you sound like.
Wild, bro.
Yeah, sounds like you work for him. Bro, it is some crazy shit, and I'll never be on another man's Johnson like that. That's all I'm gonna say.
It sucks too because like it genuinely is funny. Like the songs are good.
Yeah.
And I'm like, dude, these kids are creative, bro. But like, and honestly, if you get a musical career off of a LeBron Glaze song, good for you. No hate there.
You deserve it.
You deserve it. There, but it's like, bro, I cannot believe it. R&B songs, glazing LeBron, hate it.
That was such a great pull. All right. My next thing, I don't know if you'll agree or disagree. I hope you're kind of on the agree side. I hate old movies. Bro. Cause it's like, I know people say some of the greatest movies of all time were, old movies or whatever, but bro, like, let's be so real. Who's a better actor? Was it fucking is Timothy Chalamet or was it Charlie Chaplin? You know what I mean? Last time I checked, that motherfucker didn't even talk, right? Okay. So who's a better actor? Camera quality's better. CGI is better. Like, why would you not want to watch shit that's better?
Okay,
you know what I mean?
Are you to old movies from like what is like the furthest back you'll go? Like what's old?
I don't know which one's older, but I always have the same answer. Ferris Bueller's Day Off and Forrest Gump. Whichever of those two movies is older, that is the oldest movie I will watch.
That's the cutoff?
That's the cutoff. And I think that was 90s, maybe even early 2000s.
Yeah. No, I think Ferris Bueller's like 89 maybe, but like that's it though. Like that's the furthest back you'll go.
That is for anything older than that. If you tell me, oh, this was made before Ferris Bueller's Day Off, I'll tell you straight up. Yeah, I probably won't watch that immediately. Yeah, like I don't care what you say it's about. I'm out.
Have you ever seen Scarface?
No.
Okay, well, so here's the thing: is you got to find old movies because I'm going to disagree with this one big time. I think because there's a lot of 80s movies that are like definitely corny. And if you don't like the corny, like you got to get over that. But like Scarface was 70s. And it's like, you just got to find movies that don't necessarily need the CGI and the effects. And it's more like dialogue, psychology focused or like great plot, because then it doesn't really matter. It's like all on film. So it doesn't really look that much different.
Yeah, but what it looked like back then to what it looks like now is way different. You know what I mean? And if something's like blurry and old, or you got something that looked like it was filmed on $1 million camera, yeah, give me the $1 million camera.
Bro, like think about think about vintage clothes. Like they have the value because like it's not like that anymore.
They have the value because they were made better back then than clothes are being made now. So whoa, hold up. Wait, I thought I was about to prove my point.
Like they were like the quality of like acting and script writing and all that stuff was like actually so important because you couldn't have all the other shit to dress it up and the special effects and all that shit. So it's like you had to really lock in.
Okay. Now what about before Scarface? What about black and white movies? You fucking with those?
But after like after the 70s, it's like, dude, okay, whatever. Like I don't really care because that is just like the bag wasn't deep enough back then, even in the entertainment side. So it's like once you get like the Al Pacinos of the world and the Marlon Brandos of the world, after that, that's when it got good. But before that, I'm not trying to hear none of that shit.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I like that. I like that idea. Then I looked it up.
Thing of Ferris Bueller is honestly kind of egregious for me, but I respect your opinion.
Ferris Bueller was 1986. So if Scarface possibly came out after that, okay, yeah,
I'll send you some good ones.
Okay, yeah, I'd appreciate that. All right. Anyways, next thing that you hate. You're good, bro. We got time. When I clip it, bro, I'll make it seem like you were rattling these off. You know what I'm saying?
What the fuck do I hate? I hate. Oh my gosh. Okay, I hate when you're at a sit-down restaurant, like you're getting waited on, right?
Okay.
I hate when, and it's not their fault because some of it's legit, but when you have to ask the waiter 17 questions before you order.
Yeah.
I had somebody, I get the whole, like, a lot of people don't like seed oils and stuff like that. I had somebody ask, like, what do you fry your food? What oil do you fry your food in? Is it gluten-free? How long do you cook? It's like, dude, if you didn't want to eat here, just say that. If you have that many problems and it's that difficult to go out to eat, you shouldn't be going out to eat. Yeah. That's all it is. To add that another element, I hate people that will send their food back for anything. Yes. For the smallest thing, I hate that. Yeah, and I if I get something that's not exactly what I wanted, I'm most likely just going to eat it anyways and just be less happy with my meal that day. That's all. Right. That's all that's going to happen. Now, if it's undercooked and it doesn't look good, like send it back. Yeah. But it's like if it's medium instead of medium well. Or I wanted my sauce on the side, bitch. Yeah, come on. Just you're putting it on anyways. Just be happy with how much they gave you. That's all. Exactly. Fire. This is, I don't know, kind of a random one for you. Only got one more you got to get out. That's it. Yeah, I got that. Okay. So I'm gonna go for my second to last one. I'm gonna go candles. I just like, as fruity as that sounds, bro. I'll fuck with a candle, bro. You know what I'm saying? Hey, hold on, bro. Hold on. Come on now. Come on. You see what I'm saying? Okay. Because it smells good. It smells good. You know what I'm saying? It makes the whole house smell good. If it's dark outside, you got a nice little red glow ambiance going on in the crib. You can get them for really fucking cheap. Underrated. Candles underrated. Candles are underrated, and 100%. It sounds fruity, but I like one getting thrown in the living room, one getting thrown in the bedroom, maybe one in the bathroom, and just burn them as long as you're home. The bathroom catches a vibe. God forbid it starts to look sexy in your shower. God forbid. You know what I'm saying? Unfortunate. Yeah. No, facts. I like that one. Candles are underrated. I need to probably tap into that game more. I feel like that just kind of inspired me. And it made me realize I do fuck with a candle. Yeah. Yeah. Great call. Don't knock till you try it type shit. You know what I'm saying? Can. Yeah. Okay, so are we the last two? Are we doing love? You got one more hate and then love. Yes. Okay. What the fuck do I hate?
And I'll do a whole separate intro for love and shit.
Okay. Okay, I hate okay. I hate, unfortunately, I try not to hate any group of people at all. That would be ideal. That sounds crazy without no preface, but
All right.
I
Oh
don't hate any group of
fuck.
people except for people with no social cues. So
Okay.
people that will just like people that just like cross lines for no reason because they like literally don't know that they're crossing lines. Like I'm like, it like just aggravates the shit. I mean, I'm like, bro, just like give this person a break for 2 seconds. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? It's just so over the top. So it's like, I'm gonna call my homie actually on this. So
Okay.
I was on a road trip. And if he sees this, he'll think it's funny too, because I gave him so much shit for it when it happened. But we were on a road trip. It was on tour. And he was driving and going from Indiana to Chicago. There's like multiple tolls, like kind of back to back ish, like
Okay.
within miles of each other. And you have to pay at each toll. And we got to like the third one, and he hit the help button on the toll thing. It's an automatic toll. You just like pay with whatever.
Yeah.
And he hit the help thing, and the girl comes on the toll like to like, hey, can I help you with anything? And he just goes, hey, why the fuck is there 3 tolls back to back? Like, that doesn't make any sense. And I'm trying to figure out why I'm at a third toll. I'm like, bro, you think this lady gives a shit?
Yeah. Pay the $3, bitch.
Bro,
You know?
like, for real. And he's just like, yeah, sorry, I was just really trying to figure that out. Like, does that make sense to you? Like, genuinely like pissed and like trying. I was like, all right, you're crazy. Bro.
Hang up.
Bro, please hang up. And she's just not trying to hear it. I'm like, bro, she thinks she's having a great day at work already. Like that's nuts.
Yeah.
Yeah. People with no social awareness.
Yeah. Not 100% agree with that one. I guess my last thing that I hate is cyclists, people who ride bikes
In the
like,
road?
In the road, bro. Like my first qualm is, change your outfit. Oh, word. Yeah, nah, that's what I'm saying. I was gonna say, first of all, does everything need to be skin tight? And that's, yeah, I mean, maybe what they're doing it for, but when I'm only seeing your asshole damn near, like like I don't love that. And then also, you're not a car, so you're in the road.
Yeah.
And like, you think you're going as fast as everybody else, but you're not.
Dude, go drop your shit off at a trail and like.
Yeah, exactly, bro.
Like, bro. Yeah. I'm so with you on that because it gets to a point, right? Like, this isn't the Tour de France.
Yes.
This is a suburban neighborhood in Illinois.
Yeah.
No reason to be in full racing gear with your head down with the helmet like this.
You got sponsored brands all over your clothes. Like, bro, who's watching? You know what I mean? Where's that money coming?
Hired you to do this? I'm not giving them any business.
If the back of your shirt says Jimmy John's, I'm sorry. You know what I mean? They're done for.
You're not delivering nothing. That's crazy. Just in the way. If you were delivering, I'll give you the benefit of the doubt.
Dog, hey, if they had a pizza strapped to the back of their bikes and they were going somewhere important, hey,
let me get out your way.
Take the road. I'll go into oncoming traffic.
That's all.
I'll do it. Yeah, just so you can get by. That's on me.
But if the oncoming is busy and I'm stuck behind you,
yes, bro,
you're public enemy number 1 in my mind.
Yeah, yeah, and I'll honk the fuck out of you. I don't even care if you're being an asshole.
Totally.
And that's real shit. Anyways, love list. Hello.
Hey.
All right, let me do an intro and then we'll kind of run the exact same thing, I guess.
All right.
Is it getting dark where you're at? Where are you at right now?
It is getting a little bit darker.
I'm in Florida?
Yeah. So I'm 3 hours ahead of you.
Holy shit. So it's 7:00 for you?
Yeah.
Damn.
But it's like not even that dark. I feel like this room is just dark. I'm about to stand up. If I get in the
Oh,
Right.
that's sex, bro.
Right. I have nowhere to put it though.
You're good with where you're at for real. It's for real, not even a problem.
Okay, bet.
Yeah. Anyways, let me do the intro. I'm here with Juice, and this is a draft of things that we love. Bang. You want to start? You want me to start?
I can start. So
Okay.
you saw the bear shit. Things that I love. What do I love? Things I love. When a waitress brings you a beer without asking after your first one is like almost done but not even done yet.
Yeah, and you wanted it, and
Yeah.
we're gonna ask for another one anyways.
Yes, and they just bring it and set it down, and you look over and it's there, and you're like, "Wow, that's elite. Like you're elite."
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
you've been here, you've been around the block a few times because I
Extra
needed
dollar on your tip. You know what I'm saying?
100%. Yeah, that's good business to me.
Oh fuck yeah, yeah, that's good. My next one, I'm gonna go with black coffee. For one of my favorite things, which sounds not the flavor, that's for sure. Shit tastes like dirt, if I'm gonna be so real. But how it makes you look, being the guy who's drinking black coffee, you know what I mean? You go to Starbucks and you order black coffee, and they're like, anything else? And you're like, nah, that's it.
Nah,
Any cream or sugar?
No oat milk in my shit.
Nah, no cream, no sugar. How black? You know what I'm saying? That's how I like it.
It's like an iced Americano.
Yeah, exactly, bro. And like, who do you want to keep the function? You want to be the guy sipping on a mean, hard black coffee? Or you want to be the guy sitting in the corner sipping on his Frappuccino? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, facts.
Yeah, you're that guy. You know what I mean?
Can't be that guy.
But it tastes like dirt, so it's all good.
Yeah, but that's his grown man shit. It's like the coffee version of a cigarette.
Yeah.
It's like you also don't really want to be the guy that's smacking like a vape with 17 lights on it either.
100%. 100%.
You know?
And do you want to be the guy who's smoking on the coffee version of a cigarette, or do you want to be the guy who's over there drinking the coffee version of I like LeBron? Right? You know what I'm saying?
Getting a vape, like bro, I saw a vape with earbuds in the side of it. Like you could open it up and it had earbuds with like light. I was like, dude, if you're buying this, I'm blocking you. I'm blocking everyone who's hitting a vape with earbuds on it. Like, bro,
I saw a vape jacket, bro, where one of the strings was the vape, and then the other one is what you would blow it into. For like people who are in school and need it during class when you're 17 and stressing out about your homeroom girlfriend. You know what I'm saying?
Audience, this is my fault. It's supposed to be the love list, but the hate train is continuing aggressively. Yeah. Okay. This is tough. We'll get back on the
every love point turns into something we hate about the same situation. Yeah. That's funny.
Opposite. We're like, yeah, fuck those guys.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, black coffee, great vibe. It makes you feel a lot better too than drinking like a frappuccino or like you just feel way cleaner.
100%.
So I agree with that.
Cleans you out.
I like my mocha frap though, for sure.
Yeah.
But what else do I love? I love this is gonna get controversial.
Oh, that's what I like, bro. Yeah, that's what I like.
Tomato juice.
Okay.
Bro, that's tomato juice, bro. Like V8 or like a Bloody Mary.
I thought that was going. Yeah.
That's top tier, probably one of my favorite. Tomato juice, probably one of my favorite like food/drinks.
That's crazy. And you might be the only person on earth who thinks that, if I'm gonna be real.
I know, and see, that's what I said. I'll get controversial.
Yeah.
Like a Bloody Mary is my favorite like beverage, like alcohol.
Wow.
Beverage. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's so you're going out with your homies at the bar, you're ordering a Bloody Mary, or you're fitting in with everybody else getting a beer?
If it's before 5 p.m., yes, I'm getting a Bloody Mary. Wow. I'm getting one Bloody Mary.
Wow.
Yeah.
Totally. That's an insane pull. Nothing I've ever heard before.
See, I love that. I'm not trying to be like everyone else for real. I'm just hella different, I guess.
Yeah.
Different for real.
I just like what I like. I'm sorry.
For real. Like,
and that's just me. And it's the mindset of it all at the end of the day.
I just never like found following the crowd to be like my shit personally. Like I just feel like I'm my own, like a one man army. Yo,
All over a Bloody Mary.
yeah, that's crazy. All right,
I'm a lone wolf out here.
that's what happens when the alpha. You don't, some people got to do their own shit.
Yeah, and that's me, and that's the category I'm
It's
in.
always been me, bro.
And if you're not there with me, then where are you? Type shit.
And you against me? No,
All right. Next thing I got, I don't know if you're on the same side of TikTok that I'm on, but I really like those guys on TikTok who sell jewelry and sell watches and stuff. I don't know if you've seen that shit, but there's a lot of them out there, and I love watching every single minute of those 15-minute long TikToks.
dude. I've seen. I don't get a lot of them, but like it's one of those where when they come up, it's like you're glued.
Yeah.
You're not I'm not swiping. I'm not.
Yeah. Is this guy about to spend $5,000 on a watch I've never heard the name of before?
Exactly.
Like, let me find out. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, that's fire. Anything in that realm, like the making their own clothes, making their own jewelry, it's like it's mad entertaining. So I fuck with that.
Yeah.
What else do I love?
You got it, bro.
I love okay.
I love seeing the thought come to fruition.
Right.
You're like, oh, that's a good one right there. Yeah.
Right. A well-made, like perfectly cooked, medium rare steak.
Bang.
Like a medium rare New York strip, just absolutely conjured up in the kitchen.
Yeah. Grill marks.
Not much better.
Yeah.
Not
Butter
much
based.
better. Oh, not the base. The garlic butter. Maybe some blue cheese crumbles on top. I need that. I
like that. That's a great pull. I think fuck, I don't know. Oh, I got what, 2 left. I think you'll appreciate this because you're an artist. I like music. Like I like listening to music that I shouldn't be listening to. You know what I mean? I love rolling around white boy buzz cut type shit, looking like I'm a trades worker, blasting like Bad Bunny. You know what I mean? And you're like, do you think that guy speaks Spanish? Do you think he knows what they're saying? No.
You might be like, could be Cuban. Like you can pass for Cuban, maybe.
Yeah, you can be Cuban. But I like that. You're walking around. Maybe I don't listen to Taylor Swift, but like if I was blasting a little bit of Tay Tay,
dude.
And
the
people are like,
the 2000s, like white boy, white girl pop, like like late 2000s, early 2010s.
Yeah,
shake it. That shit. Bro,
yeah, so you're singing in the shower. Yeah, old Jonas Brothers, Austin Mahone.
Wow.
Yeah, you're seeing features on iCarly. Yeah, bro.
I fuck with it heavy.
You know.
Okay.
I think you got one more. We just got one more for the love list.
Okay. I love. I'm trying to get off of food. I feel like that's like the food is the main one that I'm coming.
My next one's food, so it's all good, bro.
I already had a food one and a drink one, so I gotta. What's like a small thing that I love? Oh, I love finding money in my pockets that I didn't know was gonna be there.
Bang, yeah.
Top tier feeling in the world.
Yeah, it's cash.
I had a, which I never put anything in my back pocket, would never even think to look. Like I'll go on a trip or something and I'll wear pants to the event that I also don't usually wear. I'm like trying to dress up and like be cool because I'm an influencer and shit.
Yeah.
And then I'll fucking wash them or something and then I find a fucking Benji in the washer, and I'm like, I'm up $1 trillion right now.
Yeah. And that's throwaway money because you didn't even know you had it in the first place, bro. I might go give it to a homeless guy and be the Mr. Beast for the day. You know what I mean? Because I didn't even know I had it. Now I have it.
Like, I'm about to go buy lunch and like give the waitress the rest of the money.
I'm about to use it to pay for my coffee and then tip the barista with whatever change I get.
It's a black coffee.
It's black coffee. Yeah. So you're tipping like 97.75. That's
I was just about to say you're getting all of this shit.
So I didn't even want that much. I might get a scone. You know, it's whatever. It's good.
At Starbucks, I fuck with the bacon egg, bacon egg and Gouda.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. That's cash. That's cash. In case Starbucks listens. So no.
Unfortunately, Starbucks is turned. Unfortunately.
Oh yeah, motherfuckers hate Starbucks these days, bro. I don't give a fuck. I'll still be posting photos, holding the cups and shit. You know what I mean? Separate the artist from the art.
Literally.
That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I can't listen to Graduation.
Yeah, exactly, bro. I love Kanye West music. Do I love Kanye West? Come on, no. You know
what I mean? That man is insane, bro.
Yeah, he's doing way the fuck too much, but
like Graduation,
ultralight beam. You know what I'm saying? Come on,
You're the Wire.
Come on,
are you shitting me?
You know what I'm saying? Gold Digger. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're just supposed to forget what happened.
I saw Jamie Foxx at Live in Miami, and he sang live at the section right next to me.
Wow.
I was losing my marbles.
Okay. That's crazy.
She take my mom. I said, oh my God, what's going on right now?
Holy shit. That's wild.
And Busta Rhymes walks
Wow.
That's the craziest. Yeah. Nuts.
Damn. Fuck yeah. Oh shit, my last one. I like sugar-free drinks, bro. You know what I mean? You know, you're telling me I could drink this entire thing and it's 0 calories?
Yeah. It's got to be great for my body. It has to.
I'm up no calories on the day. You know what I mean? Skinny now, cancer later.
I just had a cherry Coke 0 sugar for the first time.
Yeah.
Yesterday. Punched.
Yeah. Your mouth had sex with it. Damn near.
Literally. Like if I had like one of these or two of these like a week, maybe like one every few days.
Yeah.
Is it gonna kill me? I don't know. But like I agree. Like, dude, it's hard to turn down a fucking 0 sugar beverage. Fire.
Yeah, bro. Fucking I'll die over it. And that's fine.
On that hill, totally. I'll go to war.
Yeah, I'll go to war for Diet Coke, bro. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Fuck. All right. So I think all we got left is actually we have our unpopular opinions and we have your sad quiz that you can make some bread off of.
Bet.
So fuck it. Let's just get all the major talking out of the way first. Unpopular opinions.
Okay.
What you want me to go first? Or you want to go first?
How many we got?
Just one.
Okay, bet. You go first.
Yeah. Okay. So going back to what I said before about on my hate list where I said people who start beef over sports teams.
Yes.
My unpopular opinion, which I do think you're going to agree with, is I think people who care too much about sport pride are weirdos. Like I think people who are like ride or die, like we said before, ride or die their sport. And, you know, I may go as far to say even the people who have season tickets, like you're a little too involved. You know what I'm saying? Be like the rest of us, go to maybe one game a year, you know, have a t-shirt, a hoodie, but you're telling me you have one hat for every day of the week. You know what I'm saying?
Dude.
Like that's a little too much, bro.
See, okay. I'm a little too close to that guy, so it's tough for me, but like I understand that it's a problem and it's like am I gonna change? Probably not. But like am I gonna say it's healthy or like cool at all? No.
Yeah. And you know what? You're at a good point because I wouldn't, from what I've seen of you, is I wouldn't take you as somebody who is one of those people. I mean, I know you got it in your bio. You're the biggest love hater. You know what I mean? But I mean, I think you're at a good spot where it's like not like every video. Oh, is that a new Bears hat? You know what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah. But I definitely, just because of how long I've been a fan, I have a bunch of shit. But
yeah,
I just feel like that's just a buildup. I'm also not wearing a Bears article of clothing every day. Like I'm not doing that.
Exactly. So you're in a good spot. How many games you go to?
I went to 2 last year.
Oh, okay, you're slow down. Bro. You know what I mean? There's only what, 12?
I went to 2 last year, and one of them was with the season ticket holder.
Yeah, bro. And it's the people you surround yourself with at the end of the day.
Totally.
You know what I'm saying?
I just distance myself a little more. But and honestly, they were free, so that's a different story as well.
Okay, yeah, and I can see where you're coming from because if you're paying for those on top of going,
right,
that's a few weeks of work right there, bro. Right. You know what I'm saying? So
my buddy's grandpa's a season ticket holder. He gave us the tickets for free, and then my buddy was playing on the Vikings at the time. Now he plays for the Eagles, but he's playing on the Vikings, and he came to Chicago and was like, "Slide for the game. I'll get you tickets." And I was like, 100%.
Oh shit, I'm an Eagles fan.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, I'm from the Bay, but my girlfriend's family is from Philadelphia, so I hopped on their shit. Yeah.
Yeah, my buddies. Which you guys just signed him like right before the postseason. Nick Muse.
Oh, really?
He's a tight end. He went viral. He was actually fucking viral he shotgunned the beer with Saquon like in the locker room.
Oh yeah.
And Saquon was on fucking, I think it was like Jimmy Fallon. And he was like, yeah, actually, because he fucking shotgunned it so quick. And Jimmy Fallon was like, dude, that was nuts. And he's like, yeah, I actually lost to my teammate Nick. He did it way faster. I was like, yeah.
Wow. That's hella impressive. That's sick. Yeah, I'll fucking keep an eye out for him.
Yeah, dude, he's the GOAT. Cool ass kid. He's from North Carolina. Cool dude.
Oh fuck yeah. Okay, sick. Yeah. All right, your unpopular opinion if you got one.
Unpopular opinion. My unpopular opinion is the 90s and 2000s NBA is better than today's NBA.
Okay, so right off the rip, I'm gonna let you know I was born in 2003. So I don't know if I was around long enough to be experiencing any 90s or 2000s NBA, but from what I've seen just from on social media, I would agree with you. I feel like rules these days make fucking the NBA way too easy and make people way too soft who are playing it.
Yeah, that's what it comes down to. And don't get me wrong, like that comes with the LeBron Jordan thing. Like I'm a Jordan fan. Do I think LeBron's like a better overall basketball player? Yeah, but
okay.
The 90s and 2000s, like I'm not dumb. Like I'm not like invested to the point where I'm like delusional. Like I don't care about none of that. I just genuinely think the 2000s, like when Derrick Rose was still good and in the playoffs, like when I was really into basketball, like that level of basketball is just not being played anymore, I feel like.
I think I 100% the level of commitment and physicality.
Yeah.
I think that is most definitely not played anymore.
Players are more skilled nowadays. Totally agree. But
yes, I
feel like there's just a lack of like discipline and a lack of like just respect for the game that there was before. I feel like you can see it, you can feel it. Like it's just it's not the same intensity wise at all. And I don't watch NBA games, bro. I really don't. It's tough. Basketball's my favorite sport, but I just can't get invested. Yeah.
But we're also like in an age now where you don't really need to watch shit to be able to keep up with your favorite teams. You know what I mean?
That's very true too. Yeah.
Fuck, that kind of sounded like I was doing a promo. And that's why this episode's brought to you by Fliff. You know what I mean? Like, right. Like bet on your favorite games, stay up to date. You know? Right. All right. Yeah. So, last thing, or I guess second to last thing we got, because we do have songs of the week right at the end, but that'll take like 30 seconds. We got the sad quiz, which is our sponsored segment. You look like,
dude,
you look like you're in a dungeon, bro.
It is so dark in here now.
Do you not? You don't have a light in your room,
Dude, like this light is so dim, bro. Look at this thing. That is not doing anything.
It looks like you're in a room with the lights off, bro.
Like, what is it? Is a MacBook camera, but like at least like give me something, bro. What is happening?
It's all good, bro. No.
Dude, you actually can't see me though. This is crazy. Wait, let me see if this. Hold on.
That's so funny.
My God.
No, you're good. No, you're way up now. You're
Okay.
way up.
Yeah,
All right.
Sucks.
All right. So basically the next segment, second last segment, it's our sponsored segment. So here we do have a sponsor that we love and adore, Stay Another Day, which is a clothing brand all about mental health awareness. And Yep. So basically we have a little segment we do called the sad quiz where I have 20 true or false questions for you, all about things that make life worth living. Now that spectrum could be pretty broad with what things make life worth living. So I figured I'd leave it up to you. Is there any one subject that you think of any subject in the world, this is what I'm most likely to get 20 true or false questions right on? Maybe it's football, maybe it's basketball.
I was gonna say I would probably say basketball, like basketball history or something like that would probably be my main.
Okay, so that's exactly what we're gonna do then.
Right.
I got 20 true or false questions for you about basketball history. And depending how many you get right will depend on how much money you can make. So you get 5 questions right. You fucking send me a receipt of you getting yourself a meal and I'll Venmo you however much your meal was.
Lit.
Right? You get 10 questions right, you get $20 cash.
Okay.
You get 15 questions right, $40 cash.
Wow.
Or Venmo. Get every question right, you get $100 cash.
Let's go.
Okay? Now here's the thing. Here's the thing. You can only go for one milestone. So if you say I'm going for 15 questions, I want $40, and you end up getting 20 questions right, you only get the $40.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? If you say I want to go for the 20 and you end up getting 19, you could have gotten $40, but because you're going for the 20 questions, you get nothing.
That makes
sense. Which one, now that you know what it's about basketball history, what would you like to go for?
I feel like we got to go at least 15. I'll go 15.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's fair. And you're, I think, the first person who's ever gone for 15.
Where does everyone go for?
Normally it's either people don't give a fuck about the money and they're just like, okay, I'll do 20. Or they'll say 10 would be the only other answer besides that. It's always either been 10 or 20. So you're the first 15.
I'm competitive.
Yeah.
I'm like, what's like reasonable for me? And like, I don't want to lose, you know?
Yeah. All right. So let me do a quick intro and then we'll start rattling off questions as soon as you're ready. Okay. Welcome to the Sad Quiz, sponsored by Stay Another Day, your go-to mental health awareness apparel. You're probably asking yourself, what is the Sad Quiz? I have 20 rapid fire true or false questions that I will be asking to our guest of today's podcast, Juice. Depending how many he gets right, he could be walking away with money. How much money you may be asking. If he gets 15 out of these 20 questions right, he'll be walking away with $40. 3, 2, 1, and let's go. Okay, so whenever you're ready, and I may be a little slow asking the questions because I can't fucking read, and I also gotta keep track of your score and shit. But every question I ask, you got 3 seconds to answer it.
3 seconds. Okay, bet.
Yeah, rapid fire. All you gotta say is true or false.
Easy.
All right, you ready?
Yeah, let's do it.
Bang. All right, question number 1. Michael Jordan played for the Chicago Bulls.
True.
The NBA was founded before World War II.
True.
Shaquille O'Neal won NBA championships with the Miami Heat.
The champion is it championships plural?
Yes.
He won one. I'll say true.
Okay. The Boston Celtics have won the most NBA championships in history.
That's true.
LeBron James was drafted by the Cleveland Cavaliers.
It's true.
The NBA and ABA merged together in the 1980s.
False.
Kobe Bryant was drafted directly out of high school.
True.
Wilt Chamberlain once scored 100 points in a single NBA game.
True.
Larry Bird and Magic Johnson were college teammates.
False.
The 1992 U.S. Olympic basketball team was the first to include NBA players.
I'm going to say true.
The three-point line was introduced in 1980.
True.
Bill Russell won more championships as a player than any other NBA player in history.
True.
The Toronto Raptors were the first Canadian team in the NBA.
Oh, man. False.
Dirk Nowitzki was the first European-born player to win an NBA MVP.
True.
Oscar Robertson averaged a triple-double for his entire season more than once.
False.
All right, now we got 5 more. This is the very hard section.
Okay.
George Mikan or George Mikan, I don't really know.
Yeah.
Was known as the father of modern basketball.
True.
The first NBA game was played in 1949.
False.
The shortest player in NBA history was under 5 feet tall.
False.
The Malice at the Palace occurred in a playoff game.
False.
The shot clock was first introduced in college basketball before the NBA.
False.
Okay, dude, that was it. That was it.
How did I do? There was something there that I knew I fucked up.
Do you have like a guess at how many you got right?
I'd say right around 14 or 15.
Okay, dude, you got 18 questions right.
Let's go.
Yeah, bro. So fucking, I'll text you for your Venmo whenever we're off here. But
Let's fucking go.
yeah, damn, bro. That might be either the highest score or tied for the highest score of all time on the SAD quiz.
You pulled up the basketball history shit quick. Did you already have that? Like,
No, I fucking I'll just do, what did I say this time? I went on ChatGPT and I said, give me 20 true or false questions about basketball history, getting progressively harder with answers.
oh wait, that's fire. Yeah, that's easy. Okay.
Yeah. So,
Yeah. 18. I thought I missed more than that for sure.
yeah, no, dude, you're fucking, I think it was like the first 2 you got wrong were like in the first 5 questions. And then I was like, oh, fuck. Like, I'm going to feel bad telling this guy that he's about to not get 15. And then, yeah, every single one after that you hit.
Let's go.
Yeah.
I knew I missed the World War II one.
Yeah.
And then
That was one. And then, there was actually one that you technically got wrong. But I gave it to you anyways. No, it was the Boston Celtics have won the most NBA championships in history.
Yeah.
And you said true, but the answer says false because they're tied with the Lakers, but they're tied for number 1. So I gave that one to you anyways, because they're still the most. They're just tied for the most.
Right. Okay.
And then, I don't remember what was the other one that you, got wrong, but yeah, everything else you basically got right besides one question.
Good looks.
So that was pretty fine. You know what I mean?
That's my favorite segment for sure. I love that shit.
Cool. Yeah. And if you're ever on again, fucking we'll run it back for more money.
Easily.
Yeah.
Easy.
So yeah, last segment is just the songs of the week. We each brought our what we think is our one most listened to song of the week to give the listeners something to listen to once this fucking 2-hour long episode is over. God damn, I did not realize how long it was.
Yeah, we've been fucking for sure.
Yeah.
Okay. Song of the week.
You want me to say mine? You want to go first? Oh, no way, bruh.
Are we good?
I can hear you. You're still frozen though. Oh, you're good. You're good. Bro, I'm like, no way. Last segment, bro. We lose him.
Okay, so since it's been getting warmer out, and my buddy that I just went on tour with, Ollie Joseph, is sick. He has a song called Goner.
Okay.
Goner, Goner, that I've been bumping OD, bro. Windows down type beach vibes. Like, it's just like feels like you're on a boat drinking a beer. Like, that's what it feels like. So I'm like, bro, it's been like at least once a day for the past like 2 weeks probably.
Dude, yeah, I'm gonna have to check that out because I love a good summer song.
So fire, bro.
100%. I'd probably say my my song of the week is gonna be Black by Ken the Man, which I've been real into female rap recently. Especially because I fucking posted a TikTok a while ago of me like lip syncing a Ken the Man song, and it got like almost 1 million views. And ever since then, I'm like, I've been grinding, trying to like memorize her other songs and shit. I'm like, bro, this might be our way out the hood. You know what I'm saying?
Go.
So yeah, I've been listening to a lot of her shit, just trying to memorize the lyrics if I'm gonna be so real.
I'm about to turn up Ken the Man then. Fuck it.
Yeah, you have to. But yeah, that's basically it. I appreciate you fucking being on the pod. I can fucking just do a little outro and then I'll give you like a genuine goodbye if that's cool.
Sounds good, brother. Cool.
All right. Thank you guys for listening to episode 14 of the TPS podcast, sponsored by Stay Another Day, your go-to mental health awareness apparel. Sick ass episode with Juice. It was I thought we had a fucking great time. Is there 100%. Is there any last words you wanted to get in or any last plugs you want to give?
Yeah, obviously appreciate you for having me on, bro. Good looks. I had a really fun time. If y'all don't know who I am, go follow me at OHTHATSJUICE_ on everything. And yeah, love y'all. Appreciate y'all. Go get you a little beatbox or something.
Fire, bro. I appreciate you.
Hell yeah.
It's Juice. Yeah. They love to hate. They see me doing it for real, and I'm sorry to tell you this ain't luck. I'm just trying to ball like the Oregon Ducks. But man, fuck it. This podcast sucks.